is about to get underway, so we need to send it back over to Paul and Sonia to introduce the athletes.
Sonia, you've been a sprint expert, a long jump expert, now
the mile.
Your favorite event, the mile. Look at that world record, and we're going to see the world record holder on this track momentarily. And Gudaf Tsegay has the fastest time in the world this year, 4:11.88. You know, it's an iconic distance for many reasons. A moonshot attempt in June by Faith Kipyegon to run more than 7 seconds faster than her world record and run under 4 minutes. Didn't do that, but the journey itself was so inspiring.
Yeah, it was incredible to watch her. And you talk about the mile and you talk about this distance and me doing long jump and the sprints here. Well, I've become such a huge fan of this distance because of Faith Kipyegon and her story and all that she's done. And it's just been incredible. So excited that the fans get a chance to experience her today.
She will come to the stage here momentarily as we start with Frweni Hailu of Ethiopia, the 24-year-old who was just off the podium in Tokyo back in 2021. Silver medalist at the World Road Mile Championships back in 2023. She'll make her way to the start line. And next up, saw a nice feature on Nikki Hiltz. And we welcome them to the stage.
8 times the U.S. champion. They've won the 1500, the road mile, and 3K. They've consistently been one of America's best middle distance runners, and they continue to strive for even greater things. 5th at the World Championships. They're just getting started.
Big smile on Nikki's face as we now move on to Susan Ajore, the Kenyan. Already done the Texas thing for you. I can say that Susan ran at the University of Oregon.
Love that. Go Ducks.
Like the sound of that.
Just for you, Paul.
Hook 'em. So she'll be the 3rd athlete introduced, and then Gudaf Tsegay, we talked about fastest time in the world this year, 4 times a world champion.
Talk about dominance in this event. She's also a bronze medalist at the 2021 Olympic Games. She's the world record holder at the 1500 meters indoors.
And when you compete in the mile, sometimes you just got to have a little faith.
Yes. Yes. The woman that so many of us came to see tonight. We talked about living legend. She's the definition of an icon at Icon on Ion. Man, is she just so special to watch. What I love about her is not only is she a 3-time Olympic champ, 5-time world champion, and a world record holder, but she's a mom. And the way that she carries herself with such grace and poise, she's such an incredible ambassador for the sport of track and field. If this is your first time seeing her run, shouldn't be your last. She's just incredible, incredible in all ways.
Daughter Aline, born back in June of 2018. The 5 women in the field will also be joined by a pace setter, not uncommon in these types of races. Rebecca Ochan, who comes here with a big job, pace the world record holder. Ochan, the Big East champion in the 400 for Georgetown this year, and she is expected to go out in 2:05, 2:06. That's a solid time. Fastest mile ever run on U.S. soil is 4 minutes and 20 seconds. That's well within the wheelhouse of Faith Kipyegon as they step to the line for the mile. And from the outside, Ochan will come into the pace-setting position. Actually staying out in lane 2, trying to get out and ahead of Tsegay. But Tsegay being pretty aggressive here in the early going, getting away from the world record holder, Kipyegon.
And literally running past the pacer. I mean, Tsegay is on a mission. I'm not sure the pacer's going to be able to keep pace.
Well, she's going to have to try to chase Tsegay now, and Kipyegon is getting right behind her. So that's something you don't see every day, but that also suggests that, you know, and this is a good rivalry here between Tsegay and Kipyegon. And this is, you know, whether you're sending a message to the off-season or you just say, hey, I just want to beat this woman one time.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, we talked about this, right? The stage has been set here at Athlos, and we talk about having celebrities, and it's a party. But for the women on the track, this is big business. They want to come out here, they want to run really well, and they want to leave something memorable for all the fans that showed up for them. And so that's what we're seeing. The pacer has actually come off the field here after 400 meters, unable to keep the pace. But you're running with two of the best women to ever do it. This is phenomenal racing at this late in the season, and you see the two women up front have separated themselves from the field.
Kipyegon has the mile world record, of course. Tsegay is the second fastest ever. But how about this stat? Kipyegon has never lost to Tsegay. She is 18-0, including 15-0 in 1500s, and they have never, ever raced the mile distance until tonight.
Wow. I wouldn't have thought that was possible, but I also would have thought that Tsegay may have gotten Faith in one or two races, but the fact that she is unbeaten just goes to show, you know, why we all just admire all that she's accomplished on the track. They come around now for the first 800, Paul.
And they're slightly past 800 meters, but at the half mile they worked their way through in about 2:07:51, so slightly slower than the prescribed pace, but they are under that all-comers record of 4:20:39 that was set back in 1998. Icon Stadium record is going to be done in about 2 minutes. I can tell you that. It's around 4:30. But here now, Tsegay and Faith challenging her on the outside, and Tsegay just looks around and is not staying with her.
I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that the rest of the field has fallen off so much, expecting Nikki Hiltz to be in the mix a bit more, but they're almost 100 meters behind the two women out front.
And now you can see on the graphic on your screen, over 100 meters separating the leaders, and more space now separating Kipyegon and Tsegay as they roll to the bell lap. 1 lap to go as Faith eyes some history here in New York.
Faith doing Faith things, already making the move. I watch this race often, listen to you and Kara Goucher, our colleague, talk about how she's able to just infuse that speed effortlessly at any time in the race. And I mean, she has done that, and now she's opening up an even larger gap to the woman in the back, maybe 120 meters or so. It's insane, Paul.
Well, 200 meters to run. Tsegay, you can see it on her face. She's starting to lose traction and ground to the world record holder, who has put together another iconic season. And this icon is heading into the stadium named icon. Fitting tribute here. Tsegay doing everything she can to stay in close contact. But this crown is going to the greatest of all time. Faith Kipyegon wins the mile in the fastest mile ever run on U.S. soil. And now the race behind. Nikki Hiltz trying to hold on for third. And it's Hiltz, Hailu, and Ajore. Big smile for Hiltz. Get a nice payday. And, you know, the thing we always appreciate about Faith as well is just how the rest of the field is immediate to show how much they believe in her, respect
and
her.
Appreciate her. What she has done for this event is undeniable, and I think all athletes can appreciate when there's a generational talent like a Faith Kipyegon in your event. You just can't deny that. And so you see so much love, and she pours it right back into them. Whenever she's finished competing, she always turns around and hugs every single athlete that has competed against her. And so it's just really great. And I also wanted to just mention and just acknowledge that level of consistent greatness that you mentioned. To be able to go up against one of the other best women to ever do it and to be undefeated, you don't see that in these types of events. And so Faith is really just one of a kind and a true gem in our sport.
Let's give credit where credit's due. That gutsy effort in the early going by Tsegay kind of kept that pace going. That pace setter wasn't going to be able to stick with that pace. And Tsegay also under the previous all-comers record in the United States, running sub 4:20. But Faith She's got a lot of that tape hung up somewhere.
I'm telling you, as she should.
Another magical year.
Oh my God, look at this crowd. Meanwhile, a strong statement by Faith Kipyegon taking the mile victory in another dominant performance. We're going to send it back to Serena, who's standing by with our champion, but more importantly, she's standing by with the crown.
Faith, congratulations. You've been to Athlos 2 times and you've won 2 times. Is it just something special that you love about Athlos?
Yeah, it's really special to be here. Last year I was here. Such a nice crowd. Thank you so much. This is so amazing to just come and finish my season here with, coming close to you and having fun with you. It's so amazing. It's really nice, guys. So I'm happy to be here for the second time.
Wow. Yeah. So you are just dominating in this long distance. You are really killing it. So much so that I feel that you're competing against yourself at times with what you did in Paris. But I feel so honored to be here with you again. But, well, not again, but for the first time. But I just talk about how you really push yourself to do this.
I would say, yeah, I've been dominating in this event. 1,500 meters, it's like I'm the queen, and now you are crowning me like a queen. So I would say this is my time. I've been pushing myself to just, achieve so many goals to motivate the young generation, and I'm still inspiring myself as well to just run fast in this event. So yeah.
All right, well, we love to see you win. We love to see you here at Athlos. And we would love to give you this Tiffany's crown again for the 2nd year in a row. So congratulations.
Okay, so let's just talk about one thing here. Faith's energy, her kind spirit and smile, it shines through. I heard Sonia and Paul talking about it. Look how happy she is. You can tell that's actually from the inside out. And I love to see a champion celebrate this way. Meanwhile, Serena, I asked her, I said, so why'd you decide to do this? And she said, because I wanted to be able to hand out those crowns. It sounds like something I should be doing. Great job to Serena. Meanwhile, there's still much more to do. 4 races down, 2 more to go. The crowd, as you can see, is loving every single moment of this.